Sally has a great knack for listening, and not just hearing, but actually truly listening and understanding different perspectives. And she's very emotionally intelligent, but also intuitive in being able to get caught up to speed pretty fast on what might be some of the major underlying themes that might be happening. And, that is so valuable. Another thing that I think that, Sally does that is excellent is I guess maybe you call them soft skills, but she kind of brings those to the forefront, like, hey, these are really important things, because they are. Because without relationship building, without communication, without understanding, without trying to kind of wade through some of the ambiguity and all of that, the soft skills help you do that. And that's how you get through there. Like, it's kind of the path forward. So you don't really, you might know kind of where you are, you might not even be able to name it, and you might know where you want to be, but you don't know how to get there. And I think Sally helps move that path forward. She helps create that path, and also helps you do some self-reflection on how you can be the person that you want to be too. I mean, it seems so simple, but Sally giving me permission to do that, saying like, yeah, you can do that. I'm like, really? I can do this? Yeah, you can do that. You can create the structure that you need. That was really, really helpful for me, because I was craving it and I needed it, and I kept kind of waiting for it to come from someone else to say, like, here's what we're doing. We're doing this, 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 and this. And it just wasn't happening. And this whole time I could do it myself. But for some reason I hadn't given myself that permission. And so that was really foundational to be able to do that. Sometimes it felt like I was just being so extra because I wanted these things, like I wanted to have like a monthly staff meeting. I wanted like the soft skills to be acknowledged. I wanted the vibe of the team to be okay, having monthly meetings, having some clarity. And also another thing that I found too is I felt like the staff was kind of struggling with like, where do I shine? Like, where do I fit in, and what are my strengths? So I remember like even very early on going through each staff member and assigning them like areas of like control, areas that they were kind of like in charge of. Sometimes that worked, sometimes it didn't, but it allowed like staff to have some ownership of that. And I think that the staff felt seen at the time and valued for what they were. It felt like they had some ownership over some things. I think Sally has so many skills. So it's not just this intuitiveness, but there's also this realness to show up and give you real tools to help move you forward in your job and with your team. So how she has really impacted the department is allowing space for feelings. Like, that sounds really weird, but like, it's so important that there is space for that. And I think she has allowed that to be there, like allowed us to have difficult-ish conversations with our bosses and director and deputy director and things like that, like allowed us to created an environment where that was okay to do. So without that, those conversations can be intimidating, scary. Even with that, they could be, but allowing us the space and creating the space. So saying like, this space is open for this, or these kinds of conversations are okay, even if they're hard and difficult. they're okay to have. And so creating that space so that we can have those with leadership, and that we can have those even with each other. That has just been major in the health of the organization is better because of it.